Hello everyone, we have beautiful Anika here. We're going to talk to you today about what would really suit her skin tone, and I will also touch on what will work on deeper skin tones as well. So she does have the Basic Boss lash on, which you can see right here. We did cover the lash line with a little bit of liquid liner. She has on just a little bit of brow powder, concealer, and translucent powder to start. So what this video is really about is how to zhuzh your makeup after those steps are done. In terms of deeper skin, I love the Fenty Beauty bronzers. I find that the range is really great. This one is called Cocoa Naughty. It's a little bit deep, I think, for Anika, so I'm actually going to mix it with the Marc Jacobs. This is the 106 Tantalize. I always recommend getting two bronzers and sort of bouncing between the two of them, depending on the time of year. Really good pro tip. You always want to sort of work down in the hollows of your cheekbone, and I'm gonna just start bronzing away. Now, a rule of thumb that I use just for simplicity is you can do it in the shape of a 3. You want to hit the forehead, down the hollows of the cheek, and along the jawline. Make sure you're not too high up on the jawline, or you can actually look like you have a bit of a beard going on. You want to hit right on that sharp angle of your jawbone. Do you like to look tanned?
Love to look tanned.
Love to look tan. Do you know what that means, ladies? More bronzer. Let's do this. I love to look tan too.
I just think it looks so healthy.
It looks so healthy. Down the neck always. You want the neck to really sort of tie into the face. So ladies, never forget your neck in terms of bronzing. And now while I have my bronzer open, I'm actually gonna dip into both of them again and get you to close your eyes. I'm gonna rock this bronzer through the crease of the eye. I'm gonna use the deeper one actually. I'm using the Fenty Beauty one mainly for this. More definition on this side. It looks like she spent a lot of time on her eyeshadow. And don't be afraid to really bring it out quite far, almost past the brow. It should be really blown out, really sort of massaged into the crease of the eye. And open. Gorgeous. Now I'm gonna take my domed brush. Any domed brush will do. And I'm just gonna trickle the color along the bottom lashes. I find that this technique really opens the eyes. I just find this palette so gorgeous. This is by Sugar Rush. And these tones, like all in here, so good for, you know, medium tan, deep skin tones. You've got almost like your teal tones, your golden tones, your wine tones. I think I'm gonna start in this area here, and I might even mix in this really warm tone. This is just gonna create some warmth for me before I start going into slightly deeper colors. It's really trendy right now to have a little bit of that almost like burnt orange color through the crease. So you're gonna wanna go for shades that look similar to these. So I'm really buffing it quite loosely and widely amongst the crease. I'm not going too deep into the crease. I'm kind of really buffing it out and letting it do its thing. It's gonna be kind of like our transition color from the darkest color in the crease to the brow bone. And I'm gonna go into a mixture of these colors here. So again, really warm, deeper shades. And I'm gonna focus more on the outskirts of her eye. I'm almost putting it kind of like a sideways V. So bump, bump, like that. Any fallout, I recommend just dipping into a translucent powder. So this eye has a little bit more definition. This eye is a little bit cleaner. You could just leave your eye like that. It looks really fresh, but we're just gonna pump it up a little bit more. Can open? So pretty. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna go into this color right here. I love it, just like a metal tone. I'm gonna use a synthetic brush. I'm actually going to spray it with our Forever Fancy setting spray. Just gonna dip into this color and start packing it on Anika's eye. I like this metallic tone because it's not too light. It still has a richness about it, so it's not gonna pop on the lid of her eye too much or look ashy. And then just for fun, I'm actually gonna just add in a little bit of these golden shades, just a little bit more closer in on the eye and close. Gorgeous. So because I just did the shadow, she already had lashes on, I'm just gonna cover her lash line again with the Stila Stay All Day pen. I'm just gonna take a tiny, tiny bit of the deepest shadow, which is this color right here. And I'm actually gonna just soften that liner just a little bit with an angled brush. So see, it just looks a little less harsh, and if your lines aren't perfect with your liquid line, it just softens it and makes it look a little bit more elegant. Okay, now what I'm gonna do too is, because I just want the eyes to look a little bit more ba-ba-boom, I'm gonna use these two shades and just dust them underneath her lashes on the bottom, just using a domed brush again. This is the Stila XXX Magnum. Look down. You have amazing lashes.
Thank you.
Naturally. So if you make any errors in terms of getting the mascara on your skin, just let it dry first, and then you should be able to just easily wipe it away. So I'm gonna go into some cream blush. This is Camellia and this is Magnolia, and they're both from Stila. They come in amazing shades. They work for everybody. You could work with either shades, but I just love to mix because that's just part of the fun of it. And smile. And I'm just gonna pop this on the apples of the cheek. I'm gonna sort of layer this underneath the actual powdered blush. You can also do this step actually before you put your bronzer on, but for the sake of just showing you how pretty it looks, I'm just gonna do it the opposite way. This is our blush. This is in the Ballerina Bronzer. I'm actually gonna use this blush just to give her a bit more of a flush and a little bit more of a glow. You can actually use this bronzer as well on medium to deeper skin tones. It's actually quite pigmented and it is actually very buildable. Well, this is just setting the cream blush. You can use this on its own, however. Just gives her a little bit more of a glow. Now I'm just gonna put our Browmance brow gel through her brows, just to lift them up a little bit. Any unruly hairs you can just sort of force upwards. And now I'm gonna actually use our Bougie Highlighter, which I'm such a fan of. I think you're a fan of too. Just hitting the top of the cheekbones. Bougie is really warm in color. So if you do have medium, tan, deep skin, you want a really golden bronzer. Now I'm just gonna find a domed brush again, and I'm just gonna go down the center of the nose and then just soften it afterwards, and always hit the Cupid's bow and then just soften it with your finger too. Also look up. I'm gonna hit the inner corners of the eye with Bougie. I love products that are multi-use. Just because this is a highlighter doesn't mean you can't put it on your eyes, on the Cupid's bow, in the tear duct area. All right, so for the lip, I'm gonna use our Nude Lip Liner. This is waterproof, amazing for all skin tones. Just smile your lips together. Really shows up on the skin, which is great. You can make your lips look a whole lot fuller with it as well. You can even fill the lip right in. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into our Luscious lipstick. It's a little bit deeper and will really show up beautifully on Anika. And now I'm just gonna finish it off with a little bit of Legend through the center of her lip, just for an extra pop. It's a really good, sort of deeper nude. It's definitely not light. To me, that's like the perfect lip shade. Oh, like so gorge. And then just for a final little pop, I am gonna just take this Stila blush again. I just like to add a little bit at the very end. So I'm gonna actually set her with the Forever Fancy Finishing Mist. I always do a T-shape just to ensure you're covering all areas. So you just spritz down and across. And I sometimes just do underneath as well. All right, so that is the roundup of amazing products that you can use for medium, tan, deep, dark skin. Just vary the tones of which you use them, but those products are fantastic and they will work for you. Have an amazing time trying these products. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope this helps. So where are you going tonight?
Somewhere. I'm gonna find a place, but I'm going somewhere.
You're going home, aren't you?
I don't know yet.